are live on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are extremely blessed on this beautiful day. We got some people in the chat. Shout out to my man, James Driggers Jr. for the $5 super chat. A huge shout out to you. What's up, brother? Thanks for all you do for us on here and in the Discord. God bless you and your loved ones. May God bless you as well. James Driggers Jr., thank you so much for the super chat. It is decision time for Bitcoin, guys. It is decision time. And we are still in that long trade from yesterday. As can be seen, we are also still holding the trade setups. Hang on one second. We are still holding the trades that we have been in for quite some time here. The long trade that we took from the bottom in the Casper Crew, the short trade that we took from the top in the Casper Crew, these swing trades still open right now, guys. Shout out to the sponsors of the channel. Shout out to ZoomX, where I'm trading. Shout out to MEXC, where I'm currently trading. Also, guys, if you want to join the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where we give the juicy setups, multiple live streams every day, go to jasoncaspertrading.com. Go ahead and click the link to join the VIP Discord, as well as check out our educational content that we have on here. If you're interested in fast tracking your education, links to all this, guys, in the comment that is pinned in the chat, as well as in the description. Let's see who we got in the house today. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish, who longed SPX on the Golden Pocket and Bitcoin on the trend line. Shout out to Sniper Woman. Shout out to Fit Genius 618. Pump City, here we come. Shout out to Heavy Machine Gun. Shout out to Siggy. Shout out to Crypto Incognito. Shout out to Slice Up. Shout out to Slice Up again. The long we took from the bottom and the short we took from the top. I mean, basically that's the truth. Shout out to Ryan Burke. Says Jesus loves Bitcoin. I don't know about that. Shout out to Chris, aka Dojero. What is going on, my bro? Shout out to Trial TG from Poland. Shout out to Suicider Trader Bitcoin going to 500,000. Shout out to Integral 81. Jesus is Lord. I can say a big amen to that. Shout out to Mr. Bobby Fresh. What is going on? Shout out to Barack. He says shalom. What's going on, Matt Meehan? What is going on, my man? Shout out to Soulseeker 2222 and Crypto Hub. Shout out to Mr. Bobby Fresh, 5 days of steady watching. Shout out to Brooke from New Zealand and Raza. What is going on, Raza? David of 54. Shout out to you, my man. Shout out to Now or Never. Link about to break out. Shout out to Jeremy from Alabama and Fab Kotz from Qatar. Guys, let me know in the chat where you are tuning in from. We've got people in here from all over the world. And Bitcoin right now is getting a bit of a move to the upside. We're going to be talking about this because this is decision time. What happens right here is really going to be decision time. Today we're going to be entertaining a bullish idea of Bitcoin putting in another high, because we very well may see Bitcoin put in another high here. Okay, is it guaranteed? No. But I'm going to be talking about exactly what I'm going to be looking for Bitcoin to make another high. Guys, as usual, if we can get 1,000 likes during the first half hour of streaming, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT. Shout out to Pixel Wave. May the Lord bless you all. Shout out to Frozen Central, Iowa. Shout out to Crypto LP33. Shout out to Barack from Israel. Shout out to Invisible from Italy. Shout out to Flate from the Czech Republic. Romania, from Holland, from Finland. What is going on, Finland? Switzerland. Switzerland again. Man, we got a lot of people from all over the place in here. Joey Freedom. Shout out to Martin de Groot from the Netherlands. Raleigh, North Carolina. From Mexico. That's what's up. That is what's up. Portugal, Dubai. Shout out to Mr. Brokey and shout out to his mama. Shout out to Mohammed Sharif. What is going on, Mohammed Sharif? Bangladesh. We're from all over the place in here, y'all. That's pretty cool. Guys, smash up the like button. Let's see if we can't get 1,000 likes before the end of the stream. We got some people from Mars from the Philippines. Alrighty. Alrighty, well, let's discuss this Bitcoin price action, guys. Alright, we're gonna take a look at the 4-hour chart real quick here, and one thing that we are all well aware of is the fact that Bitcoin has gotten a rejection from the macro 618 Fibonacci right up here. The short setup from the Casper Crew VIP Discord is the one that I took live last week during New York Open. My reasons for taking it were very clear. I took it mostly as a hedge trade because I was in multiple long trades holding a lot of Bitcoin on spot. Now here's the thing, we have gotten a move to the downside here. We've seen a slowdown in volatility, but the truth is, guys, Bitcoin is still right now holding this very crucial structure right here, making higher lows. And basically, as long as we hold this bullish market structure right here, as long as we don't take out this low that we made back here in the beginning of December, this is still, objectively speaking, bullish market structure. And we can actually expect to put in another high. So we're going to pull up our chart. We're going to take a look at exactly what is happening right now. All right, so here we go on our Bitcoin chart. And as many of us know, the Bitcoin price has indeed come up to a historic level. When we take a look at the weekly time frame right here, we can see that the Bitcoin price has come up to wick into the Fibonacci 618. And the reason why this is so dang significant is because, historically speaking, when the Bitcoin price gets a bear market rally before the halving, and this white line represents when the Bitcoin halving takes place, which also tends to lead us into the bull market, we get a pullback from this zone to test our base of support, which we always make during the previous bull market, right? Bull market support, level lost, level claimed, rally into the golden pocket. Typically, we got to move back down to test our support. This is going to be around 30K, leading into the halving and then the bull market. This is what has always happened. We can see back here, 2018, support, lost it, rallied into the golden pocket, retest the base, halving, bull market. Time before that, support formed in the bull market, lose that support, reclaim the support, rally into the Fibonacci golden pocket, reject, bounce from the base off into the bull market, and the first Bitcoin bull market ever, going back to 2011. I mean, I guess it technically wasn't the first bull market ever, right? But I mean, you know, when this thing goes back to 2009. But again, this is the first time we can actually look at a Fibonacci on the Bitcoin chart. We rally up into a key fib level, retrace to test our base before the halving and the bull market. So we understand that, historically speaking, if we are going to get a major pullback from Bitcoin before the halving, it is going to be happening around this level. Now, here's the thing. We also understand that the Fibonacci golden pocket is not just one level. It is a zone, right? It's a zone. So we've got ourselves right here, the Fibonacci 618 and the 0.65 fib. And so it is very possible that we do make another high. Now, what do we really need to be paying attention to right now? My opinion is the daily time frame. It's the daily time frame. Because we are indeed printing right now bearish divergences. As the price is getting higher into key resistance, market cipher B is getting lower over time, giving us the dreaded bald-headed Gary Gensler market cipher B pattern. Whereas the price is getting higher, Gary Gensler's bald head is getting lower. The smile is getting more and more photoshopped, and it's very, very bearish looking, right? So that's exactly what we've got in the chart right now. We can see Gary number 1, Gary number 2, money flow also getting lower. Now, here's why we need to pay attention to this. Because if we are going to hold above this level, right? Now, there's a few different ways we could look at this, right? Some people say we've already broken down from the channel, but we could also make the case, guys, that we are making higher lows here throughout this entire section, right? And if that's the case, that we are making higher lows, that means we can expect another move to the upside, and then we could be looking to still reject from this same area, but putting in a double top or a higher high with continued bearish divergence, another drive of Gary's bald head into that 50,500-ish zone where we have that Fibonacci 0.65, actually right around, 50,500. So 50,500 is still key resistance for us right now, and the reason why I am still looking for a potential rejection from there is because, historically speaking, every single market cycle, we get a little bit of a rejection from there. So let's zoom into a lower time frame here, because as you can see, the Bitcoin price, after getting a significant move to the downside last week, culminating on Friday, we have now been trading in this sideways range. And for me, there are three major zones that I'm going to be paying attention to. First of all, we have been seeing bullishness forming in this range, okay? Not only have we been holding higher lows, but as we consolidate within this range, we have been seeing bullishness. What do I mean by that? Well, even over the weekend, when we take a look at market cipher B as we consolidate in this range, what do we see? We see the money flow is getting higher. Now, money flow is king when it comes to the direction of price. When money flow is getting higher, you should be looking for those long trades, all right? I don't care how scary the chart looks, because the thing is, guys, you know, when I got into my juicy long trades from right around here, you can bet your bosom that it was scary. Why did I long down here? Why was I so confident to long down here and make a video about it? And by the way, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel because you do not want to miss these updates. All right, I made a video the day that I longed this level saying that I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. And the reason why I was bullish, the main reason, if you go back and watch that video, was the money flow getting higher over time. In fact, if we go to a website called youtube.com, make sure to subscribe to the Jason Casper YouTube channel, guys, because we are very, very close right now to 200,000 subscribers. We're only 90,000 away from 200,000 subscribers. If you check out the video that I made, rare bullish signal. What was the rare bullish signal? It was market cipher B that was getting higher over time. Money flow crossing into the blue, right? Very, very important stuff. So we are seeing the money flow get higher right now on the 1 hour time frame as we consolidate in this range. All right, this is why actually over the weekend we were looking for longs in the Casper crew, because when you see that money flow getting higher over time, right? When you see that money flow getting higher over time, over the weekend, I was looking for price to basically get another dip, form some nice bullish divergences for a move up, right? That's exactly what happened. Boom, for the juicy trade, right? And so we are still seeing right now this bullishness on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so what does this mean? This means if we get a move down below Friday's low, right around here, that $41,300 level, and we're continuing to see bullishness on the 1 hour time frame, that could really be a bullish signal pushing us up to a new high, okay? That could really be a pretty bullish signal, because this entire time we have been making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And what this means is that people are getting bullish, in my opinion, a little bit maybe prematurely. People are putting their stop losses underneath this low, underneath this low, underneath this low, and underneath this low. So if I was a market maker, what would I want to do? I would want to stop out all of these people, get people to FOMO short, and then reverse the price on them. And as we reverse the price, market cipher B will be having money flow getting higher like this. And if we take a look at what could potentially be forming right here, the coveted uneven butt cheek pattern, where we have a very big, juicy left butt cheek, followed by a very skinny right butt cheek. All right, we could just superimpose it onto the chart and see that potentially we are forming this uneven butt cheek pattern where we have a very juicy, nice and big, nice and round, the butt cheek on the left side, and then the right side is a very skinny butt cheek. Super skinny. Talks with a Brooklyn accent like this. She's a waitress at the diner. Hey, Dolores, get over here. This guy needs another cup of coffee. All right, she's smoking too many cigarettes. She got kind of a raspy voice. She got short hair. All right, she's bringing out your coffee. Now look at the price action here. Coming on down to a key area support. Look at where the tip money is over here in the right-hand side butt cheek. That's where the money's made, and look what happens to the price. Bam! Off to the stratosphere. All right, this is something that could potentially happen right here, because remember, as long as we don't lose or close a candle or even wick it down below the low that we made back here in the beginning of December, this is still making higher lows, which means the bullish market structure is still intact, which means, yeah, don't be surprised if we get another squeeze up. Now, if we start to reclaim this very important level of $44,000, $44,000 is a very key level, because if we take just a box at the $44,000 level, it was our resistance back here in the beginning of December, our resistance at the end of December, resistance in the beginning of January, support, and now it's our resistance again. If we can reclaim this level, guys, it is going to be a very, very smooth move up to 46K. And once we're at 46K, people are going to probably start to get super bullish. That could give us a short squeeze, plus people FOMOing long into a new high, where we know we still have our Fibonacci golden pocket coming in right around this area. Okay, so this is a bullish scenario, but also I would still be looking for a bit of a pullback from this zone if we get that squeeze up to there. So I want to be looking at Market Cipher B, specifically on the 1-day time frame. If we come up to that higher high, that $50,500 level, and we're seeing on Market Cipher B the Gary Gensler dreaded bald-headed Market Cipher pattern, that could actually give us another short. Because keep in mind, this entire time has been just the big money playing with the retail traders' emotions. Last week when we did the stream for the ETF announcement, I remember the chat, 50-50. You guys were 50-50 whether or not we were going to pump or dump on the ETF. Now notice what the big players have done here is they've wrecked everybody who is trading on their emotion and their sentiment, right? ETF comes out, what do? We dump. All right, sell the news people are like, woohoo! Then we pump. All right, the people who are bullish are like, woohoo! I told you so. Then guess what? We dump. The sell the news people are like, aha! I knew I was right. Then what? We start to pump. The bullish people were like, aha! I knew I was right. And then we come back up into resistance. And let me tell you guys, if we make another high, sentiment is going to be insanely bullish. Insanely bullish. Too bullish at massive resistance, where historically we have gotten the rejection. Could it be different this time? Yes. Yes, it could. It could always be different. But here's the thing. We need to have plans for what-if scenarios. That's how we get the juicy moves, right? People always ask, Jason, how did you short from the exact top? Well, it's because we had a plan to do so, right? We had a plan to do so. We said, what if this happens? Boom, take a short. What if this happens? Believe it or not, this scenario, we said, what if we reject from here and then bounce from here? That's literally exactly what happened. It's not because we're predicting things. It's because we're planning for multiple scenarios so that when they happen, boom, we can open up a juicy $500,000 long trade and then talk about how bullish we are because we were planning for this to happen, right? How's Bitcoin doing? So that is one scenario for Bitcoin that we need to be aware of, which is one more pump to the upside just to wreck everybody who is, getting a little bit prematurely bullish here, right? Or even prematurely bearish. So guys, we have 5 minutes. We got 1,200 people in here. If we can get 1,000 likes within the next 5 minutes, we will be giving away $1,000. So if you like money, make sure to hit the like button. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to 9-5 and crypto content. Subscribe. Shout out to Pineapple Love. He says, come back tomorrow. You'll see Bitcoin go down. Shout out to Crypto Rayan. He says, we need to correct, bro. We've been seeing Bitcoin go up too long. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. Shout out to Pineapple Love. Shout out to Joe Potter. Looks like we got about 50-50 in here. People looking for higher, people looking for lower. So here's the thing, guys. Shout out to Dukard. Same old tired analysis with the immature man moving butt cheek analogies. Do you have any new material? I don't, man. I don't. So if you have any ideas for me, please shoot them my way. All right. I need some new jokes. I'll be honest with you, but it's tough, right? Because I'm a trader. I'm here trading. I'm here doing analysis. I'm not spending my time really thinking about new jokes when they come across my way. Then I'm like, I got to use that. But it's tough, bro. So yeah, if you have any ideas, let me know in the chat, guys. Tired of butt cheeks and man boobs? Yeah, man. It is what it is. But I'll tell you what. For the people that are sick of it, they know it's coming. And for the new people, they get a kick out of it. All right? But we'll have to think of something new. So, look, am I super bullish expecting this high? I'm not necessarily expecting the high, guys, right? If you take a look at my chart, my open trades, I mean, you might think I'm a perma bear by looking at these take profit orders that I have here. $10,000 take profit. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so like, you might think I'm a perma bear. But the reason is we need to be prepared for that high, because a lot of people, like, the market wants to wreck everybody. That's the thing. The market wants to wreck everybody. So if I convinced myself that this has to be the top, guess what? Then when this trade gets stopped out, then I don't have a plan to short another level. And then I might miss the short, right? I might take this trade, get stopped out, and then miss the move. So we have to be prepared for that. We have to be. And we also have to let market structure dictate what happens. As long as we don't lose $40,000, we are still, objectively speaking, in bullish market structure. So let's let the charts speak for themselves. Are we overextended? Yes. Are we at massive resistance? Yes. Have we seen a sign of weakness yet on the daily time frame? No. Are we seeing bullish signs printing as we consolidate in this little range here while we're making a higher low? Yes. Did a lot of people probably short the golden pocket thinking, aha, I got the top? Yes. All right. So we got to be prepared for it. We got to be. All right. Let's see if we have any ideas in the chat here. J-Boy Bearish. Yeah, I missed the Rocky theme song too, but I kept getting copyright strikes. And it wasn't good for the channel, you know. Once I decided I wanted to hit 100,000 subscribers, I stopped getting the copyright strikes. What do I think of the bear flag forming? Yeah, definitely a bear flag, okay? Here's what I think about it, Hamad Siddiqui. I'm agnostic when it comes to what this means. I do not know. I'm without knowledge, right? Gnosis. I'm without knowledge. Because, like what I just said, yes, objectively speaking, it's a bear flag, and I could totally see this thing breaking down to another low, right? But at the same time, I'm not going to be betting any money on this bear flag one way or the other right now. Because I could see just as easily a surprise short squeeze, because everybody and their grandmother is looking at this and saying it's a bear flag, right? And so what does that mean? It means they're expecting the bear flag to break down with a target of approximately 37.4, which is very, very key support. Very key support. And in fact, it's one of the areas I'm personally looking to long. But imagine this. Imagine this. Everybody shorts the breakdown of the flag. And then all of a sudden, bam! How many times do we see Bitcoin do that? And then after that, then we reject, and we do eventually come back down lower, right? It's just like what happened yesterday. Remember, guys, yesterday on the lower time frames, when we were trading Bitcoin yesterday, and I was long, and we were getting this move to the downside right here, and we had bearish divergences, right? Look at what happened. A lot of people thought this was it, but then no, bam, and then we actually come and hit down to the golden pocket. A lot of people were short here, expecting to come down to the golden pocket. We got the fake out, bam, stopped everybody out, and then we hit the target, right? It happens on all time frames. So, yes, it's a bear flag, but we have to be careful when it comes to trading. I'm not a big fan of trading patterns unless I get an entry, unless I get a clear entry. So what would a clear entry be? What would a clear entry be here? Well, in my opinion, a clear entry would be something like this to short this bear flag, coming up and rejecting from 44K. Right? If we reject from 44K, this gives me a short entry, right? And even if the bear flag gets a fake out, I could short it down to the fake out and at least make a profit on it. You know, so as I'm watching this pattern form, we need to be thinking to ourselves, okay, I see a potentially bearish pattern. Where's a good trade setup? Where's a good entry? You know, you could have actually taken this short. I didn't take this short, but this would have been a good entry. This would have been a good setup right here. Technically speaking, this was a nice setup as well for a short. Now these shorts, you know, they would have gotten a nice TP1, like day trade, scalp trades that might turn into a swing. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got about 1,300 people, 500 likes. Unfortunately, we didn't hit our quota. We need to get 1,000 likes in the first half hour. I'll give you guys another 8 minutes to get 1,000 likes to do a $1,000 giveaway. Shout out to It's Geo. Shout out to Moon Boot Boy. If evil exists, so must God. Bless you, brother. Bless you too. Do I need a Reels editor? I don't really, not at the moment. Yeah, the man boobs, they do bring the money. Absolutely. They do bring the money. Shout out to the crypto killers. If someone buys my course, do I guarantee the person will be a profitable trader? No, absolutely not. Here's the thing. Most people who buy the course are not going to be profitable traders because they are not going to do what the course says to do. That's point blank. If somebody buys the course and does what it says, I can guarantee that they're not going to blow their account. Their paper account, because I only recommend paper trading because I'm not a financial advisor. And this is not financial advice. And I'm paper trading only. I only paper trade, and so should you. Okay? But seriously, if you actually do what the course says, which is have a strategy, abide by good risk management, and only take trades when one of your setups comes, you're not going to blow your account. Why? Because you're going to be taking small losses and your wins are going to offset your losses. And even if you're the worst trader in the world, the probabilities will say that you at least will be a break-even trader. So, but most people, unfortunately, know how to do TA. They know how to do good risk management. They know how to stick to a strategy, but they don't do it. And maybe they're good for a while, but then they blow it all in a week of revenge trading. So, you know. So here's the thing. I recommend learning before trading. I recommend trading with small accounts. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be my course, honestly. Any course, like trading is, there's 1,001 ways to skin a dang cat. You could watch a couple YouTube videos and be a profitable trader if you use good risk management and stick to a strategy. I fully believe that. I fully believe that. Shout out to A4D Woody. God bless you, man. Shout out to Descent for the super chat, $4.99. God bless you. Thank you so much. A huge shout out to you. Thank you so much for that super chat. I am not able to give away lifetime market cipher, man. I am not in that position. Yeah, shout out to J-Boy Bullish. TA is easy. Market psychology is where the trouble is, and that is 100% true. Yeah, the White Phoenix course is pretty awesome if you're looking for a smart money approach to trading. The White Phoenix course, I mean, it's packed full of content. JasonGasperTrading.com. It's a little bit more expensive than the other courses, but that's because there's a lot more content in here. I think there's like 80 videos, plus you get access to like a private section of the Discord where you get to ask him questions and all this stuff. It's a really good value, and there is a discount for those who are in the Casper crew. I think he takes off $200 for it. So currently the price is at the VWAP, trying to make it through. Shout out to Memory Man in the chat. Shout out to Renew Keeves. Guys, we got 5 minutes to get 1,000 likes so we can do a $1,000 giveaway. All right, so Pineapple Loves indicator is so dang bearish on the daily time frame. Yeah. So, you know, I want to be bearish here. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I do want to be bearish because I have been hoping for a pullback from here. I want to buy Bitcoin at lower prices. You know, I want to buy Bitcoin at lower prices. And we have historically come to the level where we do reject from. But I'm not going to discount another fake out to the upside before that big drop, because Bitcoin loves to wreck everybody. I mean, and the double tops and the double bottoms, those have been the big pivots. I mean, we go back to the bull market top, we put in the double bottom, the double top, right? We put in the first high, we got a macro double top, but even more locally, right? Everybody thought, nobody thought this was the top. Nobody thought this was the top either. But in hindsight, look at this. Double top and then the drop. And then even when we put in the low, right? We put in the bottom and then we put in a lower low and then off to the races. So, yeah, we put in that low. We got a pretty significant move too. And look at how bullish this did look too. I mean, that first bottom we put in did look extremely bullish. Bullish div, money flow getting higher. All it took was another drive of bullish div to really give us that big push. So we always put in that double top on Bitcoin. I mean, look at this. Even with this pullback from major resistance high, and then we put in the double top, and that second double top, we got that first move, rejection. Second move, that was the real drop, you know? It just is classic for Bitcoin to do that, to get that one last poke at the early shorters. You know, could we drop from here? Yeah, of course, of course. Am I short? Yeah, of course. I'm sure. I'm holding, yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Mega Skaters 11, man. It has been a while. God bless you. Thank you so much for popping on by the stream. I look sad today. I'm tired today, guys. I'm tired. I had a really weird night and a really weird day. All right? I had a really weird night and a really, really weird day. Can we take a look at ARB? Yeah, we can take a look at ARB. Shout out to Crypto Crank. Do I enjoy any alcoholic beverages? Yeah, man. Of course I do. I enjoy lots of alcoholic beverages, but I don't actually drink them. I don't really drink them. I enjoy them. It's very, very, very rare that I drink alcohol. It has to be on like a vacation, multiple days where I'm not doing anything productive for me to even have one or two drinks, because I know this makes me sound like an old man, but if I were to have a beer after this stream tomorrow, I just wouldn't be on my game. But I demand a lot from my body, right? I gotta wake up at 5 a.m. and I have to do a very heavy workout. And then I have to do a whole bunch of stuff for YouTube. I have to trade. I've got Casper Crew Game Day. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, I love beer. I thoroughly enjoy the taste of beer. I enjoy the taste of whiskey if it's diluted a little bit with some water. I thoroughly enjoy a glass of red wine from time to time. Alrighty. Yeah, that's true. Alcohol is poison, guys. So there's a time and a place for everything. Alcohol, definitely. A little bit is okay from time to time, but it is a poison. So if you make that a part of your normal, you're chronically poisoning yourself. So definitely not a good habit to get into, that's for sure. All right. Bitcoin is where it was at December 28th, 2020, says Max Mill. Yeah, game day is tomorrow, J-Boy Bullish, in the Casper Crew. So we're going to be giving away $500 prizes. What's my workout split? Right now I'm doing a lower upper. So I'm doing lower upper off, lower upper off, off. What time do I take care of my homestead? Man, it depends. So in the winter, there's much less to do. So typically in the winter, I'll do it after New York opens. In the summertime, man, I get stuff done before the sun comes up, or before the sun gets hot, I should say. Then I take a break to trade, and then I'm back out there again in the heat of the day. And you got to do what you got to do. But I like the sunlight. All right. Let's take a look at some other assets. What altcoins are you guys trading right now? Let's take a look at Ethereum. Now, ETH has not gotten a rejection in the similitude of Bitcoin. We are seeing the bearish divergences here, but ETH really looks like she could make another high. ETH really does look like she could make another high on the daily time frame. Now, guys, here's something that we really need to keep in mind here. Let's pull another fib. Okay, never mind. ETH is at a more local golden pocket here, but it's not at the macro golden pocket. If Bitcoin's going to make another high, I would not be surprised to see a $2,880 Ethereum coming in at that 0.5 Fibonacci right here. If we're going to get a major pullback on Bitcoin and ETH, and if Bitcoin is going to make another high, then ETH is probably going to come up to the 2880, and then I'd be looking for support at, first of all, 2320, and then really a retest of this bullish ascending triangle pattern back down at around $2,000 Ethereum. I think that'd be really bullish for Bitcoin and ETH if we see a retest of these levels. If Bitcoin pushes up to that $50,500 level, ETH most likely going to come up to this 0.5 fib zone and then get its pullback, and we could be looking at a pullback. First, we would look for the high volume node of the previous range, 2330-ish, and then a retest of this bullish triangle. Now, look, we're looking for ETH and Bitcoin both ideally to retest their bull market support and bear market resistance, because before we head into this bull market, we want to know that what used to be resistance is indeed support. And then we can look for a new high on ETH. And ETH is definitely going to outperform Bitcoin this market cycle. We could see a $7,000 to $8,000 ETH if we get a move down to 2,000. I mean, that's a juicy gain on ETH. If we come up to an let's say we come up to a $7,000 Ethereum, that's 250% gains right there. That's crazy. 250% gains at a $7,000 ETH. People are calling for $10,000 ETH. I'm going to undershoot everything for the bull market predictions, because last bull market, everyone said 100K for sure. Everyone said $5,000 ETH for sure. We didn't hit the $5,000 ETH. We didn't hit the $100,000 Bitcoin. So let's be a little bit more conservative, all right? I don't want to get political here, all right? But let's be a little bit more conservative. What's the next Casper Games? Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I did make an announcement in the Discord. I should make another announcement after this. Shout out to 9-5 and Crypto Content. God is good. Amen. Shout out to Kingdom Daughters. God bless you. Shout out to Memory Man. Ooh. Yeah, that's true. Never conceive a baby on alcohol. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. All right, you guys are trading ARB, Polkadot. All right, let's take a look at ARB. Let's take a look at DOT. Now, DOT got the big breakout. DOT, in my opinion, is a good opportunity in the coming bull market. So, this is, in general, my buy zone for Polkadot, coming back down to the area between the Fibonacci 618 and the 786. So that's going to be between $5 and $6. The reason why I'm looking for a pullback there is, and again, this is assuming, guys, that Bitcoin is going to get a pretty big pullback here, right? So I'm doing analysis right now, assuming that we are going to see Bitcoin get a pullback at some point here. All right, let me erase some of this more local analysis that we had going on for DOT. Right. That's my assumption here, that Bitcoin is going to get a pullback. And if so, look what's happened here. We had a bullish falling wedge. We've come and perfectly hit the target of our wedge, like to the dollar, right? So we've hit resistance on Polkadot, and now we're starting to get a bit of a pullback. Admittedly, we have not changed market structure yet. If Bitcoin starts to tank within the next few months, if we get a move back down to below $6, this is a massive buy zone, because it will allow us to buy DOT at lower prices, back down at this last major area consolidation before the breakout of the wedge. And I believe, obviously, we have not seen anything yet. I do believe if we get a move down to here, I will be targeting first a $10 polka dot, the next support resistance flip, and then all-time highs. So we are potentially talking at least an 800% gain, most likely more, because we could hit an $80 polka dot, honestly. $75 polka dot. We could see that. We could easily see that. So the gain potential on DOT is really nice for a long-term hold, in my opinion. This is going to be its second market cycle. And so, yeah, for me, anything under $6 is a major buy zone. And my overall plan for Polkadot would be something along these lines. Shooting for, let's just say a $70 dot. Of course, we got to get our stop loss in play. Yeah, so that's a really nice. That's about a 20x, guys. If we can get in at this price here, and let's say we put the stop loss even below the low, that's a 25x potential on this thing. Right, it's a 25x potential. If we buy at $6, if we DCA and we dip down below that, potentially like a 40x, maybe in a 50x. I mean, between a 25 and a 50x here, if we get an average entry in this zone, you cannot go wrong with paper trading these kinds of assets. And again, paper trading only. I only paper trade, demo trade, because the purpose of life is to avoid all risks. And I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. All right, let's check out ARB. Shout out to my ARBs in the chat. Let's look at ARB. Man, this thing is bullish. And this thing will probably perform pretty well just based on what I've already looked at. Shout out to GMoney79 for the super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. God bless you. G-Money. Thank you for all the alpha you provide. Can you go over Aurora? It's the near ecosystem. It's in the near ecosystem. Yeah, we go over Aurora after ARB. All right, yeah, this thing is definitely super bullish. It could probably perform pretty well during the bull. So I would, you know, I'm not a fan of buying things after a big run up like this. So for me, major buy zone would be right here. We got to move back down $1.50, $1.11 to $1.50. We're going to be retesting major support resistance flip. So yeah, I would like to buy at least $1.14 and below. Anywhere in this green box is a place where you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. These are the times where, you know, loading up on some of these assets that are probably going to perform well, you just can't go wrong buying low. Even if the asset doesn't do much, you got to figure if you're building an altcoin portfolio for the bull market, you know, what are the potential gains on this thing, right? I mean, who knows? Who even knows? But if you are buying these altcoins that are looking like they're going to perform well during the bull market, you know, you got $1,000, $2,000, you split that into like 10, 15 coins. Even if just one of them, you know, does a 10x, 20x, 50x, I mean, you've made profit on your investment, even if the rest go to zero. Not financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. All right. Can we take a look at Aurora? Wow, interesting. Is this the right coin? Is this the right coin? Let me see something. Yeah, I guess this is the right one, huh? Well, wow. I have to say that this looks really nice. And I'll tell you why. We have broken out of a pretty intense resistance. A massive breakout. Wow. Would you look at that? I mean, we even if we're not on log scale, we have broken out of this resistance. That is a major sign of strength here. Very bullish divergences on the daily time frame after breaking out of this. Honestly, it looks to be a very rough, gross looking falling wedge. And yeah, we got that big wick to the upside, so let's see. I mean, honestly, like, I would start, if I was looking to get into this, I would start right in this zone where we're at. And I would definitely keep some powder on the sidelines in case of massive dumpage. But this is the 786 Golden Pocket Fib retracement from low to high right here. Obviously, we would want to see lower. The lower, the better. But yeah, we're holding above value area high. This is support number one. Unfortunately, like, it's a pretty wide zone if we're looking at it as far as volume goes, because everything I traded down here. But yeah, I would start getting into this right now, actually. If I was looking to hold this from where we're at right now, let's say that we come up to the highs of 2022. That is a 700% gain from where we're literally at right now. And, you know, who knows, like, this thing can potentially make thousands of percent. Now, I don't know anything about this fundamentally. I'm a technical trader. So if this is a Ponzi scam, I don't know. But just based on this chart, if you're bullish on this for the bull market, I would be getting some exposure at this price, and then also DCA if we get more of a pullback here, because we have seen a sign of strength. We've seen bullish divergences, money flows curving to the upside. It has much more upward potential than downward potential. Shout out to John Green. Can we take a look at ICOSA? Thank you so much for the super chat, man. ICOSA. Yeah, we could take a look at ICOSA. Never heard of ICOSA, to be honest with you. I actually don't see it, man. Is it a crypto? Or are we... what? Can you give me a ticker? Because I don't... I do not see... ICSA. All right, ICSA. I still don't see it. Is it against Ethereum? Is this it here? I don't know if this is correct, but I mean, look, I guess we technically have bull divs on the daily. It's a sign of strength here. I don't know anything about this, but if it's gonna hit the fall 2022 high, I mean, that's massive percent gain on it. Definitely a sign of strength here. We've definitely seen a breakout of our downtrend. We actually saw that right here on the momentum. So this is a sign of strength. And then from that point, we've actually changed market structure even more. We had our low with a bullish div. We made a high. We made a higher low. We made a higher high. The oscillator has broken out of its downtrend. Money flows crossed into the blue. So somebody who's coming to this just purely from a technical standpoint, again, I don't know anything. I don't know what the heck this thing is, but just based on the chart, it looks like it has a lot of upward potential with some signs of strength while we're still at pretty key support. Shout out to Can you take a look at Koval? Thank you for the super chat. All right, let's start on the weekly. Wow. I mean, it has a lot of upward potential, that's for sure. It's only been around for one market cycle. See, we're pretty beat down. We've come down 95%. So look, I mean, you can't say that you're not buying low. I don't know what Koval is at all. We see no signs of strength here yet. All right, I would want to see a breakout of this trend line before we say there's a sign of strength here. We also don't see bullish divergences necessarily right here. Money flow. Oh wait, this is the weekly. This is the weekly. Okay, so the weekly doesn't look so bad. Let's check out the daily. Daily actually looks a little bit nicer here. Yeah, so look, we are in this kind of pattern. Falling wedge-esque pattern. So yeah, I mean, look, it's just like all these other coins. First of all, if we're going to be investing in coins, you got to know what you're investing in, right? You got to do your research. You got to be bullish on it for some kind of fundamental reason. And if you're bullish on it fundamentally, objectively speaking, this is prime and ripe for a big breakout. And the upward potential is massive. So, you know, this is not financial advice. My personal strategy for acquiring altcoins is look for things that are beaten down, have a lot of upward potential, or have a lot of hype behind them and are new. And if you, let's say, have a little bit of capital to invest in a few coins, if they all go to zero, but this one pumps, you know, 2,000%, you know, you have $1,000, you spread that out across 5 coins and one of them does a 2,000% gain, you're in profit even if the rest go to zero. All right. That's my philosophy on all this. Shout out to Keep It Leafy. Keep It Leafy. Can we take a look at AMP token? Absolutely. Thank you so much for the super chat. AMP token. Lots of hype behind AMP token. Gets me amped up. Wow. Similar boat as the last one, right? Definitely, I would say it looks like she wants to break out of this. Let's put this on log scale. She really looks like she wants to break out of this trend line here. Money flow curving to the upside. So really, I would say, look, anything underneath this trend line here is definitely a buy zone. More specifically, I would say right around this area, the golden pocket, the point of control, around the 2596 area. Because she looks like she wants to break out. Money flow curving up on the weekly time frame. Let's check out our daily. Daily never gave us a bullish div. That makes me a little bit more cautious of saying the bottom's in. So there's two ways to approach this, right? Accumulating before the breakout is never a bad idea if you're bullish on an asset, because the upward potential is massive here, right? Over 1,000%. Or if you're more conservative and you want a sign of strength, wait for the breakout and retest, just like we got on all these other coins that have broken out. We got it on DOT, we got it on Theta, we got it on, was it EOS? I don't know. A whole bunch of coins that have broken out. All right, let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's pumping, baby. Bitcoin is pumping, baby. Here we go, here we go. Can we look at US 20-year? Shout out to Devolton for the super chat. the bonds yield, the 20-year bonds yield. You know, I'm not qualified to give analysis on this, the bonds yield, to be honest with you, my friend. I'm not qualified to do so. But thank you so much for the super chat. All right, Bitcoin is pumping. Bitcoin is pumping. Bitcoin is above the point of control of the range. Let's check it out. All right, so here we go, guys. Look at this. Bitcoin right now is pumping out. It's pumping out above the POC of the range. And so our next target is really 43,200. And then I'm shooting for that 44K level. Still holding out to TP at this 44K level. If we reclaim 44K, we're going right to 46K. Honestly, a reclaim of 44K, in my opinion, I would even look to long a retest of it. I would look to long a retest for a move up to 46K. About another 5% move. Also would be looking to short a rejection. If we come up here and we reject right from it, I would be looking to short this down to a new low, approximately a 6% move. So 44K is a very important place where I will either look to long or short depending on what I see the price action do up there. Yeah, so Bitcoin right now is getting a little pump. Come on, Bitcoin. Can we do it? Can we do it? Shout out to Finland. Alrighty. Shout out to Cheeks. I would love to hear your thoughts from a TA perspective on CNS, USDT, CNS, the central nervous system. A huge sell wall at 44K. Yeah, I don't trust sell walls, to be honest with you, because you could take those things away. You could take those away real easy. All right, we're looking at this from a purely technical perspective. It's been here for a while. It kind of ranged during the bull market, didn't do much, and then sold off quite a bit. So from a technical perspective, all I can really say is the following. Let's take a look at our oscillator here on the weekly. It looks like money flow is starting to come up here after a really, really oversold wave. As we are heading into a bull market, if this thing has any upward potential, it can't hurt to say, you know what? If I'm gonna hold some of it, now that we have dipped down with this really nice oversold wave, made a slightly higher high on the weekly, and money flow is curving up. You know, once we get that green dot on the weekly, it could give us another good move to the upside. Let's see actually what we did here. Wow, that little wick was 300%. From a technical standpoint, I would honestly buy this thing just because if it gets back to its old high, that's 145,000% gains. Now, I'll bet you people in the comments say it's a rug pull, it's this, it's that, it's a Ponzi, it's already... I don't know. This is from a purely technical perspective. If I put $100 into this right now, all right, and it goes to zero, I lose nothing. If I put $100 into this right now, and it hits its high, that's 125,000% on my $100. You know, if I'm risking $100 to make 125,000%, to me, those are the kinds of things I want to. If I have a small amount of capital allocated to some more speculative assets, these are the types of opportunities I would kind of look at. Shout out to Jake for the super chat. Can we look at Jasmine? Yeah, we could look at Jasmine. All right, so Jasmine, look. Trading within this. Looks like the next pullback is going to be the final pullback. I would say accumulating within this triangle is a good buy zone. And, you know, the breakout target for this thing would be right around 3 cents. So look, if we're accumulating in here, that's a 500, 600% gain, and that's not even all-time highs, right? Jasmine, definitely a coin to be bullish on, in my opinion, within the next cycle. Money flow's curving up, so it really makes me think after this next pullback is going to be the breakout. This is the weekly time frame, so we're talking months. We'll line up nicely with the Bitcoin halving and all that kind of stuff. Shout out to Cheeks. I really like your YouTube name. Alrighty. Alright guys, I'm gonna head out. It's been a really good stream. We got to look at a lot of assets. May God bless all of you guys in Jesus' name. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your families are super blessed. I will see everybody in the next stream. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.